Okay, Alicia.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Bueno.
Good evening, everybody. Here we are again. Welcome. Francis is in New York with Lourdes. So we have been trying to make these connections work. They're working. So let's do our centering and then we can start checking in. So bring your hands together. Take a deep breath and let it out. Take another deep breath and let it out. And one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. I want to give thanks to the forces that are bringing us together week after week for us to deepen our understanding and our connection of our beloved practice. And I give thanks to Mikao Usui for his dedication, for his far vision, for his compassion. To Chujiro Hayashi for his courage and for being enough open-hearted to share this practice with who was a stranger for him at the time. And to Hawaii Takata for being so strong, so clever, such a powerful woman. I was able to bring Reiki to this side of the world. In very difficult when there are circumstances. And from them to all the teachers and masters that have come between them and us, so we can share Reiki today with ourselves, with our friends and family, and through our practice, and through our commitment to Reiki. Bring it to everywhere we go, and in everything we do. Just let it sink in you, this beautiful lineage of us. This line, energy, spiritual line that goes from each one of us to those original masters. And that come alive every time we place our hands on ourselves or on another person to share Reiki. Thank you. We keep their light and their energy with us as we gather today. Thank you.
Okay, you sit next.
So today we are gonna focus on the third diamond, the heart center, and we are gonna be doing different exercises, meditations with it, And we are gonna practice the three diamonds. We are gonna bring together the three energy centers in the Reiki system, and we are gonna experience them together. We're gonna meditate and we're gonna talk about them. So that will be the bulk of our work this evening. Now we are gonna go around and check how people doing, or whatever you want to share, anything during your week, or with your homework, or something that you have discovered because of this practice that we have been doing. Joanna, you are the first one.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I was thinking about a small piece of the homework that I read about how meditation can change you, where you may become more sensitive. And that made sense to me. I noticed some of that. And the other thing that stood out for me is, as a good reminder, is to do your best to keep a positive attitude and lead by modeling kindness and a positive attitude and a thankful heart, because you can't change people. All you can do is do your best to model the precepts and the values. So that's what stood out for me.
Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you.
Sylvia.
Hi everyone, nice to see everyone. I was under the weather. I was feeling under the weather all this week, and one day I couldn't even do Reiki. I was so I was nauseous and throwing up, and so I am glad that I feel better today. Today's the first day I feel better. So something's working. So I am going to pass on the rest of this because I don't really have anything good to say. Sorry.
You are here. That counts. Maria.
Oh, well, I am very grateful to be here with all of you. It's today's Thursday, right?
That's the day we meet.
And it's been a rocky road this week again. With highs and lows, and that's I was just wondering if that's part. I read somewhere that when you start doing meditation and Reiki a bit more seriously, there's a kind of upheaval and we need to detox. So I'm wondering if that's part of it. That's it.
Maybe, but the medicine is continue doing Reiki. The medicine is continue doing your meditation. Penny.
Hi, everyone. Really glad to be here. I had a very challenging week for a number of reasons. One of them being my dog of 16 years crossed the bridge. So that was hard, but you know, part of having a dog is saying goodbye, and just working through that. I'm really happy to be here for feeling a lot of heart energy. That's feeling a lot of sadness for a number of reasons this week, and so really happy to be here and working with this energy tonight. Happy to be with all of you. Thank you.
Barb.
Hi, everybody. It is great to be back with everyone uh and boy, I had a really busy day today. I don't even know what I did, but I feel like I'm really glad to be here because I made it this far in the day. So that's good. I'm excited about the doing heart center training with our meditation because it's always my favorite part. So I'm just looking forward to our work today and I appreciate this class. So nice to see everybody. That's it for
Thank
me.
you, Barb. Nice to see you too.
Mm.
Diane,
Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be here. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for this community. And I was reading the homework about the obstacles to meditation, and they didn't seem like they really kind of fit, except possibly the agitation one, where in the sense of that just lots of thoughts go through the mind, but it's not that I'm agitated or upset or anything. But that seemed like it kind of fit the closest, and then maybe the doubt that the meditation needs to be a priority, as opposed to the descriptions that they gave there. Um, and I found that I don't have an intention for when I do meditate. So um, maybe that's an important thing that that we need to add, or that I need to add, is why am I trying to meditate? And mostly so far it's been because people keep saying, you need to meditate, you need to meditate. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad for this class because it's helping, and I do find that counting the breaths, and I know that when we have the Zoom meditations, just the breathing, focusing on the breath in and out really does help um, to get really calm and centered. So anyway, I'm glad for this class and to learn more about meditating. Thank you.
thank you, Diane. Karen,
Everybody. My practice has been crap for sure. This is my third week of overtime, and I just reinforces that I do not want to work like that. So I'm grumpy, and I'm glad to be here so I can sit in this energy and hopefully like just sort of unravel the week. And I love that it's a heart-centered meditation study. So grateful for that.
thank you, Karen. Adrian and Norman,
Hi, everybody. Meditation's not my forte. I'm glad everyone kind of says it too. I started really enlightened and beautiful, and then it kind of gets dark and ugly. And then I decided, well, I probably don't need to meditate. I missed the first class. I completely forgot this series. And then when I got the reminder text last week, I had appointments, so I couldn't. And so then I started fighting with myself. Is this even right for me? Should I continue these classes? Blah, 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 blah. And then today I was like, I'm showing up. So here I am.
good. We are glad you're back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, and so I for me it's like, it's like you said, it's a sacred place that this circle. So I guess for me it's always like an apology to my teachers and to all of you for not being here the last couple of weeks. Just like I said, things have just, I don't know, all of a sudden, like Adrian just kind of said, also we're like, whoa, what the heck's going on? Seemed like we kind of stepped out of time a little bit. But with that said, I guess for me, the practice of meditation has always been, and maybe I should just start this. So in the middle of all this, I think it's always been like a walking meditation. I guess that's for me. For whatever reason, I've always had, it's always been, how can I say, it's always been difficult for me to be present in this world for as long as I can remember. And so that's when I say meditation. It's easy so much for me to be able to just, like, not really be in my physical body a lot. So I guess maybe that's my struggle throughout life, to be here in this place, in this I guess shell. And when sometimes I start questioning that, about that, finding that balance. I get crazy things happen. I don't know if we call it crazy, but so I'll share what I kind of mean. So during that storm last week, I'm sitting at our back window. You can kind of see behind us. I'm sitting that faces our backyard. In the middle of that storm at night, I'm standing there just watching the rain fall, and a owl shows up. And so we got two poles that kind of hold up. It goes out to a deck, the back window, and there's two poles, 4x4, just poles that we've hung a movie screen on. We kind of just use it for support and stuff. But and it's a 12-foot deck, so it's not that far. The owl lands on top of the deck. I mean, right on top of the pole, and just turns and looks at me. And here it is. It's storming. That wind is blowing like crazy, and out of the blue, this owl shows up. And I didn't know what it meant at first. Took me a little while to kind of process. I mean, and it was very intent. It was like, hello, it wasn't just like, oh, this is an accident, it was like, and so it kind of folded back with a lot of what we've talked about, even in the past classes, about number one thing, the thing about truth and impeccability, and just being, these practices, how they allow us to be truthful with ourselves and thus be truths with everything else around us. And that even when we tend to exaggerate about things, we remove ourselves further away from the truth. And so I guess, so that's, for me, it's just a reminder of always, and that's why I apologize. It's just, how much truth and how much it is important to be impeccable, and in the power of our words, and how those words they are so powerful. And so I think that's always been my connection to stay here is words, which is kind of crazy because I'm dyslexic. So it's kind of like that even though I've been given that tool, it still inhibits me at times. And so, yeah, I guess it's just that, it's just, meditation is just, I could probably meditate no problem all day long, kind of, but I know that I have to be here. I think that's my life lesson. So, yeah, so I guess that's just my struggle in trying to be present, being communicative. I don't, it's hard for me to sometimes just communicate, even when people send me an email or a text message, or even our children. Adrian talks to our children probably almost daily at times, and I talk to them, once or twice a month, where it's one-on-one conversation. So it's definitely something I feel I still need to work on. And so, so it's that balance.
I think as a couple, we share that. So it's really hard when we meditate because we leave and it's really hard to come back and be very present to people and pay attention and do the things we're supposed to do. So I'm hoping this class or these practices, something will kind of help us come back and to some level, not shut our seeing off, but manage it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Norman. Alicia.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be back here in this circle. Yeah, I think I definitely resonate with a lot of what I'm hearing in terms of just some of the challenges that are coming up for folks, just trying to stay present and in our bodies. We went through a huge shift just a couple days ago on the equinox, right? The vernal equinox was just a huge shift into this new phase. And it's sort of the, astrologically speaking, the new year. It's the first sign of the zodiac. We're in Aries. It's a fire sign. It's reminding us to just sort of light up our passions and our creativity. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately. The wind last week was really tough, I think, for me. I felt it, and so I had to do a lot of things to stay grounded, to stay in my body. And I was looking back through just reflections, and one of my intentions for this year was to stay present and stay in my body, and not try to escape that, right? And I read a quote recently that really stuck with me, and it's if you're not in your body, someone else is. And it's just a reminder that this world as it is, like everything is challenging us to stay in our bodies and to stay present. And I know for myself in the past, I've, run and hid, or I've suppressed feelings, or I've escaped my body. And so that's the work for me right now. And, as always, these circles and these practices, continuing to deepen those for myself is good medicine. So just really grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Jenny.
Hi, everybody. I am in Houston, so I'm going through appointments, and that's I'm visiting Tonita too, and Sonaya is here too, and Antonia Montoya is here. And so we had a wonderful day. It was visiting, and my cousin works at the zoo next door to the medical center, and so she let us in to see the elephants, and it was raining a lot, and it was so wonderful. It was wonderful. So it was like seeing those animals in the rain, and it's just beautiful. So she had a lot of stories about helping the animals birth and all that, and it was wonderful. So that's what we did. And then I had my appointment with no results. So I'm still waiting on results for scans. But yes, I am here with my cousin's house. And so that's why I logged in late. I was like, oh no, it's meditation group tonight. I forgot. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here because I really need to relax. So it's good to see all of your faces.
Nice to see you, Jenny.
Thank
Keep
you.
having fun with the animals.
Yeah.
Julie.
Hello, saludos a todos. Well, very, very happy to be here. Challenging times, lots to ponder on, going deep, other times not so deep, being reminded to be present. Lots of grieving in different ways, at different levels, for different reasons. But all good and necessary. I was reading something about, something about our tears and the importance of our tears, because they're the cleansing to our soul. And that we need to just allow them to be when they need to be. And so today particularly, I've been very sad after I was watching this report about Mexico and their new train that they're calling El Tren Maya, the Mayan train. And I mean, I had heard about it. I've been hearing about it since this project started, but I had not understood the details of it. I mean, I knew, in the bigger picture, how the forest and the fauna and all of the earth in those areas, how it's been abused and exploited. But today in this particular report, they were showing, I don't know if you're all familiar with in Quintana Roo, all the cenotes, the aquifer process from the Mayans that has been there forever and ever. And so they were showing that, those who are trying to defend the land. And I'm sorry, but it was just so painful to me to observe how they showed all these big pillars that are literally going through, the cenotes, and you can see the beautiful formation of how the water is dropping and that beautiful clear water in the cenotes, and yet these big pillars that are like huge, and how they're really endangering and destroying all of that. And literally when I saw them excavating and how they were going into that area of the earth, I literally felt it in my own womb, how it was all going in. And I mean, it felt so painful, and still feel this pain, just by observing it, and how the damage that's happening to our Mother Earth, la Madrecita Tierra, Dona Citlali, and that there's no consciousness about it, and that how it's being spoken as something wonderful that's happening to Mexico when it's not. You know, it's the exploitation of our Mother Earth. And so anyway, I've been sitting with that tremendous pain because I still feel this pain so deep in me, and just again wondering and who else sees it in that way, and do we see how we're destroying ourselves and the damage that we're creating to our Mother Earth? So I'm so grateful to be here, to be able to express, share with all of you, to help me hold that energy that is really, really so painful to me. And so I'm glad to be here with all of you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, comadre. I'm sorry for your pain and the pain of our Mother Earth. Lourdes.
There we go.
I feel your pain, Julie. I really feel hard, deep in my heart as you spoke. Well, I must confess that I didn't even know we had homework, and if I heard it, I just couldn't have escaped my head. I had a birthday on the weekend, so I've been celebrating since Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, eating galore. So I disconnected from everything that has been called spiritual. And yeah, and here I am, happy to be here, happy to have this lady next to me, and it feels like we're doing Reiki to each other. And I'm saying, I hope we don't fall asleep. No. I was telling Lourdes, I said, I feel like I have a Reiki battery sitting right next to me. Anyway, we didn't have enough room to spare out.
Yeah, right.
So here we are like twin up. Siamese, I feel like a Siamese Reiki somebody.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Thank
Well,
you.
that's why I gave you your gift, and I didn't even know it was your birthday.
So I am happy to be here, and I've been feeling pretty present. Strange enough, because like I usually don't do those what I call superficial celebrations. I totally allow myself to be and to do, and I had a lot of fun and a lot of gratitude for the way that people show me love, rather than the way that I want to be shown love. So I appreciated that this weekend. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Lourdes. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Francis, you are right there, so it's your turn.
I am right here. Yeah.
But you Siamese.
Yeah, Julie, when I start to even ponder all the ways that Mother Earth's being desecrated, I mean, not just the Maya train, but so many other places, and every time a piece of the ice shelf falls off and I see the polar bear struggling to be on the ice. I mean, I don't know where to put all of that grief, and what we can even do about it. So I get into that space of helplessness that I have to learn how to work with, I guess. Anyway, but thank you for bringing that story to us. It's not a story, it's happening to the indigenous people right there. And wow, there's been a lot of challenge this week, it seems, all of us. So glad we're all here today. For me, I've been a tour guide for my 14-year-old granddaughter in New York City. So being present, I'm not sure I could say I've been able to be present, because I find New York City overwhelming. I just find it sensory overload. And when I get overloaded like that, I just shut down. And then not only that, she is a shopper. And so we're going to all these stores. Grandma, look at this lip gloss. Oh, it tastes, oh, smell it. I'm going, okay. So trying to be there for her and the things that she loves, but really not feeling exactly her enthusiasm for the things that she loves. But anyway, every day walking 6 miles, 16,000 steps. I'm pretty tired. Can't wait to come home. We're flying home tomorrow, but it's so awesome to be here with Lourdes because it's just like a sanctuary here.
It is.
Her apartment is just Reiki filled. It's just like filled with this amazing energy. So it's just such a respite for me. So thank you, comadre.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's good to be here, honestly, and to see all of you. It's just wonderful. Yeah, I'm hoping that our technology will, oh, we're doing pretty good on the battery. I hope the technology will work. I'm using my hotspot. But we have backup plans in case it doesn't, so we're good.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you, Lourdes. Thank you, Francis. Um, to join the group, I had also have a challenging week, but I had been anchored in my practice because that's what keep me alive. So a lot of Reiki, a little meditation, but a lot of self-treatment. And I have the privilege to receive from 2 dear friends 2 Reiki treatments this week, hands-on, present. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for being here with all of you. As we said at the beginning when we were centered in, exploring more of our practice. So we learn to use all those tools, those spiritual tools, better in these times that, as is obvious for everything that we are saying, that are so difficult and challenging. So I'm happy that we are doing this because we are coming together every week. And it's not only what we learn intellectually, but what we share as a group and what we learn about ourselves and how to apply these different tools that the system of Reiki give us so we can continue in our journey. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to do these explorations. Frances, could you take us and chanting the principles?
So, Alicia, if you could put the slide up for the chanting. All right, so let's just take a few deep breaths before we begin. Just remembering that the way to stay in our body is to anchor into our hara, that our hara is our foundation. And if we don't cultivate the connection to our hara, which is our foundation, our connection to Mother Earth, then sometimes we have the tendency to fly off into the heavenly realm and we have a hard time finding our way back. So anchoring in our hara is a critical for those of us who have that tendency, which I definitely do. So let's breathe a few times deeply into our hara and just fill our hara up with beautiful luminosity. And then as we exhale, remembering our hara is like a bellows, our belly goes out. And then as we exhale, our belly contracts back toward our spine. And if we think about our hara as holding our life's fire, our life's energy, our life force, and what we're doing as we work with our hara and our breathing is we're stoking that life force to anchor us into our bodies, into Mother Earth. And we're grounding ourselves, setting the foundation for our practice. So just a few times, breathing into our hara, letting our belly go out like a balloon, like Buddha belly. That's why Buddha has a big belly, is because that's his hara. And then breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. And then when we start chanting, we're going to chant one line per breath on the out breath. So we'll breathe into our hara, and on the out breath, we'll let the breath carry our sound from our hara. And if we're breathing into our hara and chanting with our hara, we should feel a vibration in our bodies. We should feel a vibration. So see if you can feel that as we chant. Okay, so Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna. You can sing with me. Kansha shite gyo ageme ito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kansha shite gyo ageme hito ni shinsetsu ni Yodake wa ikaruna shinpai suna kanja jite kyo ageme ito ni shinsetsu ni kyo dake wa ikaru na shinpai suna kanja jite kyo ageme ito ni shinsetsu ni kyo dake wa ikaru na shinpai suna kanja jite kyo ageme ito ni shinsetsu ni kyo dake wa ikaru na shinpai suna kanja jite kyo ageme ito ni shinsetsu ni kyo dake wa ikaru na shinpai suna kanja jite kyo ageme ito ni shinsetsu ni. Just sit in the energy and the vibration that surrounds you, your beautiful voice, the sound and the luminosity, the vibration. Just enjoy that for a few moments. Thank you. Anicia, if you could move to the next slide, please. So we're going to be talking about every time we meet, we talk about one aspect of meditation basics. And in the last 2 weeks, we've focused on the hatha and the body. So week 1, we really worked with our body, recognizing that we, as many of you have pointed out, even in the introduction, how important it is to embody Reiki in our body, because that's where we live from. That's where our trauma is housed. That's where our crazy wiring gets us all off track sometime. It's in our body. And so finding our way back home to our body in meditation is really, really critical. So we explored the aspect of the body And also one aspect of meditation and the body is our posture. We explored the posture that's most likely to help us be more effective in our meditation practice. So that was the first week. The second week, we explored our speech and breath, which is the interconnection or the bridge between our body and our mind. The body being very concrete, and we can feel it, we can touch it, we can experience it. The breath being a little more concrete because we can feel it, we can sense it. And then the mind being very not so concrete. We can't point a finger to where our mind is. So, but we have to work with all three because the mind is where the focus comes from, our focus comes from. So the goal of meditation is to recognize the interconnection between body, speech, breath, and mind. And our body is a vessel for our true selves, our soul essence. And speech is the bridge between our body and mind, as I just said. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the mind. And Reiki, the Reiki meditations honor body-centered practices, breath-centered practices, and then the mind. And the mind is our most important element within the teachings that we've received from Mikao Usui. And he pointed out how important the mind is within the precepts, because the precepts are all about the mind. They're all about what state of mind, the correct state of mind we need to be in to embody the Reiki energy and to share the Reiki energy and to be the best version of ourselves that we want to be. Our mind rules our body and our breath and our energy. We all know this. If our mind is not clear, our body and energy is also not clear. But the mind is the hardest to work with and to understand, as it's the most subtle of these three aspects of ourselves. As I mentioned, we can feel our body, we can follow our breath, we can feel our energy, but our mind does not have a specific location, shape, or sound. And this is why Mikao Usui added body and energy practices to the foundational mind teachings of the precepts. Our mind is the seat of our consciousness. And mindfulness is the state of keeping our consciousness alive to the present reality of our lives. Mindfulness is the miracle by which we master and restore ourselves. Mindfulness itself is the life of awareness. The presence of mindfulness means the presence of life. Maintaining conscious awareness in every moment is the conscious connection with the intelligence of the universe. Mindfulness frees us of forgetfulness and a dispersed mind and makes it possible to live fully each and every minute of life. Mindfulness enables us to live. So therefore, cultivating mindfulness, training our minds to be mindful, to be aware, to be present, is a key goal of our meditation practice. So now I'm going to just this reminder that the three pillars of our meditation practice are our body, our breath, and our mind. And as we're meditating, we just can reflect on, where's our body in space? Am I hunching my shoulders? Am I tense? Am I breathing from my chest, or am I breathing from my hara? And then where's our mind? You know, if our mind's all over the place, I mean, we don't need to practice a distraction in our meditation because we're already distracted. So what we need to practice in our meditation is focus. And so that's what the purpose of meditation helps us to do, is to train our mind. So we're going to work with our heart now, as Paola leads us through a heart meditation.
You want me to advance the slide?
Let's see. I'm not sure we need to.
Not yet?
Oh,
Okay.
yes, do.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
please. Do. Yes. I'm looking at my notes here. Yes, there we are. That's good. Paula, are you on mute? Yeah.
Thank you. This is called this is a heart meditation, and it's very appropriate for all the things we shared today. It seems that our hearts are pretty busy these days with a lot of grief and a lot of losses and the pain of seeing how Mother Earth is abused. So I think this is a perfect meditation for today. This meditation was taught by an local Buddhist nun. Her name is Susan Linnell, and she used to teach meditation to inmates. She's a very interesting and courageous woman. So please check, let's go into our meditation posture. For some of you that are sitting in chairs, if you want to sit on the floor, find your spot and feet flat on the floor. Your spine erect but not rigid. Your head like floating at the top of your spine. Your shoulders relax. Your belly soft. Let's start breathing down to our belly. We are going to count 10 deep, complete breaths. Breathe in to your belly and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Feel the air going all the way down to your belly. As you feel your mind calming and connecting with this activity. In and out. In deep breath in into your belly and out. In and out. Let's take another deep breath down to the belly and out. And let's take another deep breath down through the belly and out. If there are any sounds in the room where you were sitting, or there are sounds that are coming from now the street, just integrate them into your practice. Allow them to become part of you. Now I will ask you to visualize your heart, whichever way you can. If you cannot visualize, just think about your heart in your chest, pumping blood. cleansing your blood, keeping you alive. Then visualize as dark spots in your heart any problem, any pain or discomfort that could be affecting you physically or emotionally. See all these dark spots on your heart as you think about things that are bothering you, things that are painful to you, things that are discouraging. And now we breathe in. We're going to start breathing a white, soft white light. And we're going to be allowing this soft white light to start cleansing our heart. You don't have to do any effort. Just letting this soft white light coming in when you breathe in, when you breathe in, and sort of cleanse your heart from disappointments, from resentments, from hurt, and any other thing that you can add to it. Those thoughts or emotions come up, just let them go. Just let them pass by in front of your eyes. The same way you observe a boat when you are looking at the ocean. So what I mean is, don't get into the boat. Let the boat pass. Do not label your thoughts or your feelings as good or bad. Just acknowledge their presence and then let them go. Continue breathing, allowing the soft white light to cleanse your heart. Remember, there is no effort involved. Let that light do the cleansing along with your breathing. Breathing in soft white light, allowing that light to cleanse your heart. Gently, no effort. Continue breathing in this manner until you get to a point when the light and your heart and your breathing become one. Feel your breathing, allowing this soft white light to cleanse your heart. In and out. In and out. Softly, gently cleansing your heart. Breathing in, soft white light, allowing that white light to cleanse our heart of resentments, disappointments, hurts. Grief. In and out. In and out. When you get to that point, when the light and your heart and your breathing become one, I will ask you to take the 3 deep breaths. When you breathe out, release all those things that no longer serve you. Let's do it together. Take the 3 deep, very slow breath. And out. When you breathe out, you release all those things that no longer serve you. Second breath. One more time. Release. You can repeat these 3 breaths as many times as you need. And whenever you feel that you have completed your process, you can open your eyes. But there is no rush. We still have more time if you need it. So maybe not all of you were able to complete the process, but now you know the meditation and you can do it as your own on your own time to cleanse your heart, so we can harbor joy and happiness as we release all those things that no longer serve us.
Now we're going to take a little 5-minute break. So.
Here we go.
It is. Thank you.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
So do I go over there now?
No,
or-
not yet. No,
yes.
not yet.
So we had been talking about the hara, and we had been talking about the mind, and we had been talking about the heart, and that's what is called the 3 diamonds. We are gonna talk a little bit about that, and then we are gonna do an exercise very dear to me, in which we are gonna sort of taste each one of the energies of these centers. In the graphic set, the 3 diamonds correspond to the energy of earth, in Japanese chi, or ki as we know. Heaven, in Japanese ten, and oneness, or humanity, in Japanese jin. The earth center is located just below the navel at the hara, as we well know because we have been working with it. The heavenly center is located in the head, and the oneness center is located in the heart, middle of chest. So the universal life force energy in the Japanese system of Reiki is considered as a spiritual energy. The name for this energy in Japanese is ki. As a Reiki practitioner, we connect to ki through the offering of Reiki to ourselves or others, We can also connect to the key through meditations, reciting and connecting to the Reiki principles, the symbols. We can become a more efficient or effective channel of Reiki energy if we cultivate and connect to our own ki. The healthier and more connected we feel to our own center and essence, the better the flow of our own ki will be, and the better the flow of ki to others. In Japan, the ki is considered to have 3 energetic components: earth ki, heaven ki, and heart ki. These are the 3 diamonds. And this is the foundation of the system of Reiki. Some teachers call these centers ocean of energy. And I like that image. So Earth Ki, as its name suggests, is the energy of connection to the earth. It is through this connection that we are, as Reiki practitioners, feel grounded and rooted into the earth. This is important as we channel the energy to stay rooted and grounded. Heaven Ki is our connection to spirit, to the spiritual heavenly energy that we channel for healing. We want to be open to this energy and connect to it. The energy of heaven emanates from the heavens and is a light and expansive energy. So we have already worked a lot with the earth energy, so we know that it's some powerful grounding energy. The energy of heaven is very expansive. Then there is the heart ki, which is the linking point between earth and heaven. As you can see in the image, in the heart, the energy of heaven and the energy of earth meet or merges. It creates a center of balance between our earthly selves and our spiritual selves. The polishing of this diamond is, in fact, the polishing of the self. In Oriental thought, the diamond is used a lot to exemplify the journey of the soul. It's like with our practice, we are sort of polishing the diamond, which is our true self. So what I would like to do now is for us to experience these energies and sort of taste the flavor of each one of them. As you can understand, the energy is one. It's just that it's that different components, and I would like for us to explore that. So what I would like ask you to do is to stand up. So we are going to stand up. Now our legs, your feet will be with hip width apart. And what I want you to do is to start breathing deeply into the heart. And focus your awareness on the center of the earth. Experience the pull of our powerful planet. If you cannot feel it, just imagine it, or just tell yourself we're connecting to the center of the earth. Your body sinks into it without any physical movement. So we don't have to do anything, just our mind in connection with the center of the earth. Visualize the center of the earth in front of you. Intuitively connect to it, to your hara. So we are breathing slowly and regularly, keeping this connection with the center of the earth. The powerful, pulling, grounding energy of earth. What we are going to do now is in the breath in, we feel this energy of earth coming into our hara. When we breathe out, we release the air, but we keep the connection of the strong and powerful energy of earth in our hara. So breathing in, bringing the power of the energy, the key, the earth key into our hara. Breathing out, we release the air, we allow the connection to earth to stay in our hara. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, bring the power of the energy of earth into your hara. Feeling solid and grounded. One more time. Breathing in, bringing the energy of earth, pulling and grounding and powerful into our hara. And now just take a moment and allow this sensation to solidify in your hara. Feel yourself grounded, connected, solid, present. In your hara. Next, I want you to keep in that connection in your hara, don't lose it. I would like you to focus now on the area of your head, especially your forehead. And we are gonna work now with the heavenly energy. As we mentioned before, the heavenly energy is light and it's expansive. It's the energy of spirit. It's the energy of intuition. It's the energy of imagination, creativity, everything that is non-physical. And the way we are gonna access this energy is imagining or visualizing a ball of energy above our head. If you want to use your hands, you can do it. If you can do it just visualizing the ball of energy is fine. What we are going to do, we're going to explain first and then we will do it a few times. We are imagining or visualizing a ball of energy on top of, above our head. Then we are bringing this energy down through the crown to the head. That's in the breath in. The head, the heart, the hara. And then breathing out, we bring the ball of energy from the hara to the heart, to the head, through the crown, above the head. Okay, so we are going to do that a few times and just the way, same way we felt the earth energy. Now let's feel, taste this heavenly energy. So we visualizing a ball of energy in top of our head, above our head, sorry. As we breathe in, the energy, the ball of energy is coming through the crown, through the head, to the head, into the heart, and to the hara. Breathing out in the ball of energy from the hara to the heart, to the head, to the crown, above the head. Breathing in to the crown, to the head, into your heart, to your heart. Out, breathing out, bringing the ball of energy from the hara to the heart, to the head, to the crown, above the head. Let's do it again. Just connect with this beautiful ball of energy that is drawing energy from the heavens. Remember that when we talk about heavens, it's not a religious heaven. It's everything that is non-physical. Connection to spirit, to the infinite. Bringing down to your head, to your heart, down to your hara. Breathing out, up to the heart, to the head, to the crown, above the head. Let's do it again. Bringing the ball of energy through the crown to the head, to the heart, into the heart. To the hara. Breathing out, bringing from the hara up to the heart, to the head, to the crown, above the head. Let's do it one more time. Bringing the ball of energy, light and expansive. To the crown, to the head, to the heart, to the hara. And from the hara, as we breathe out, we bring that ball of energy up to the heart, to the head, through the crown, and let it sit above the head. And let's do it one more time. Bringing the ball of energy, of heavenly energy, heavenly key, through the crown, to your head, into your heart, down the hara, and then up from the hara to the heart, to the head, and through the crown, let it sit above the head. And just take a moment now. If you were using your hands, you can relax them. Just take a moment now to feel your whole body fill with this heavenly energy, light and expansive. And now, I would like you to bring your arms in front of your body and imagine that you are holding a big tree. And you can create some space in front of you. What we are gonna do, we are gonna go down. I'm gonna explain first and then we do it. So we are gonna go down with our hands in this position and we're gonna scoop earth energy from the mother and bring that energy to our heart. Okay, we do that first and then we're gonna open our arms up to heavens and then we bring heavenly energy down to the heart. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that for a few times. So we are going to bring our hands down first to the earth and scoop powerful, powerful pulling energy into our hearts. Then open your arms up to heavens and bring down that shimmering, light, expansive energy of heaven into your heart. If you get dizzy doing this exercise, you can sit down and just do it mentally. So going down, scoop some earth, key from the earth and bring it to your heart. Open your arms up to heaven and bring the light key, energy key from heavens. Heavenly key, sorry. to your heart. One more time, down. Bring this energy from the earth to your heart. Open your arms and bring the light heavenly key to your heart. Going down, bringing powerful, pulling, grounding energy into your heart. Open your arms to heavens and bring the expansive, beautiful, heavenly key into your heart. And let's do it one more time. Down. Bring the mother energy of Mother Earth into your heart. Open your arms to heaven and bring the energy, the heavenly key into your heart. And now I want you to keep your hands on your chest, on your heart. And if you want to stay up for a moment, or if you want to sit down, I just want you to connect with that merging that is happening in your heart. How the energy of heaven and the energy of earth had merged in your heart. So this key of the heart key is the energy of humanity, our connection, our human connection. As we also, as the energy of life, we are, our elements are the earth and the heavens, and they meet here in the heart. This is the energy of oneness, as we are all formed by these elements. As the energy we work with is spiritual energy. We are all spiritual beings. We are all one and the same. So for a moment, from our hearts, from this deep connection, feel that interconnectedness among all of us, with all that is. We are all one. When you feel ready, you can sit down. And I just want to close this exercise with this comment or quote as the system of Reiki teaches practitioners to cultivate greater amount of ki or Reiki, with the aim of moving Ki to cleanse and clear the baggage that one takes aboard. Ki is constantly moving through the body. The ultimate aim of this system is to create free flow of energy, allowing humans to experience the permanent connection to the universal flow of Ki. This practice and meditations with the three diamonds give us another access to move the Ki in our bodies and balance these oceans of energy. Blend heaven and earth energy with that of your own, becoming life itself. As you come down, naturally let yourself settle down in the hidden realm of the formless, returning to the heart of things. That's from Ushiba Morihei, founder of Aikido. Returning to the heart of things is the point of balance reached by harmonizing the body, mind, and heart, forming the perfect diamond, which is you. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. So now we're going to explore that sense of oneness and connection from a different angle by chanting. We're going to, next slide, please. Thank you. So Mu. Well, first of all, chant. Why do we chant? Because chant is a training of the mind. It uses our speech and our breath and our mind to focus. So that's a good thing. We don't have to, as I mentioned before, we don't have to practice being unfocused. We spend most of our day like that. So what we want to cultivate is our focus. So we want to harmonize our mind and body, and that's the essence of our Reiki practice. It's even in the name of the method that Usui Mikao gave to the system of Reiki, Shinshin Kaizen Usui Reiki Ryoho, and it means mind and body harmony. So our final aim is to resonate with universal energy and lead a peaceful and meaningful life. It's from Hiroshi Doi. This is the goal of our practice. The practices and the techniques themselves aren't really the goal. Our practices help us to remember that we are already the great bright light. Mu means emptiness. It means ultimate reality, not relative reality, beyond labels, beyond distinctions, beyond duality. It's a very complicated concept in Asian spirituality, but it basically helps us to experience our bright light or our state of oneness. So for chanting Mu, we need to focus on our hara and our breath and chant from our hara. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a deep breath into our hara, and then on the out breath, chant Mu. And we can either, the length of time that you chant Mu on the out breath depends on how long your exhalation is. So for some people it'll be short, some people it'll be long. It doesn't matter. Oh, the importance is just to focus on the sound, focus on your hara, and just let it come out. It really doesn't matter. We all have our own rhythm. And we just want to focus and have correct breathing. So what we're going to do just for a few minutes is chant Mu. And let's see here. So again, just to practice, we're going to breathe in And then on the out breath, moo. See, and Lourdes can do it longer than me, so, and that's all good. It's good, it's good. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do it again. Breathe in. Moo. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Again. Lourdes and I will just continue, but you all can take your own pace, your own time, and just, it'll be like staggered moves that we're chanting. Moo. 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 Just sit for a moment in the energy that you've created, the vibration that you've created, the vibration of oneness, great bright light. Thank you. Now Paula's going to lead us in a 3-diamond self treatment.
So there is no more explanation to do because we just work with the 3 diamonds. Basically, what we are gonna do is what is explained in the slide. We're gonna place one hand on the forehead and the other hand on the hara. And we will hold it there for 3 to 5 minutes. When that amount of time had passed, we're gonna bring the hand on the forehead to the heart and let it live there for 3 to 5 minutes. When that time is gone, we're going to bring the hand on the hara to the forehead. So this can be used as a meditation. It's also a treatment using these 3 positions that help us if we, are mindful and focus on that, on the connection of the 3 diamonds and in helping us to balance them. So when you're ready, we can start. And one hand, well, center first and set your intention. And you are ready. Please, one hand on the forehead, the other one on your hara. Now we are moving the hand that is on the forehead to the heart. Now we are leaving that hand on the heart and bringing up the one from the hara to the forehead. When you get to a comfortable point, you can relax your hands and just take a moment to think about your experience, how you feel, your energy centers. Can you feel where you need more energy to balance all of them? Reflect on your energy centers. Do you tend to have an energy body that is more grounded, open-hearted, or intuitive? Which energy centers can you nourish with your breath and your awareness? So as we said at the beginning, you can use this as a meditation and also an exercise to balance your 3 diamonds. Thank you. Well, I lost. You're mute.
Sorry. Could you advance to the next slide, Alicia? There you go. So we're gonna just play with this diagram. It's in the chat already. And there's questions in the chat. It's just kind of like, we want to be living in the present moment. We've talked a lot about that. So just want to kind of do a check-in with ourselves and see where are we living most of the time, or can we put little places? Are we living in the past with sadness or depression, or dwelling on what it coulda, woulda, shoulda happened? Replaying events or conversations, over analyzing everything, or are we living in the future? The fear of the unknown, worrying about what could happen, feeling anxious for what is to come, overthinking what if scenarios. But where we want to be is in the middle, and that's what our Reiki practice helps us to find, hopefully more and more and more. So just in your groups, as individuals and as the group, just consider this diagram. You can take a photo, but it is in the chat. So for those of you who have a hard time accessing the chat, and we'll just, next slide, Alicia, just to show what the questions are. So just, where are we living most of the day? What can we do to shift our life more to the center? And what could we do? What practices could we embody to help us? And as we've talked about the last 3 weeks, there's so many different practices for where we're at. We don't only have to sit like a Buddha and meditate that way. We've got chanting, we've got self-treatment as a meditation. We've got all these tools in our toolbox, and we can use them depending on the day, the hour, where we are. So just think about all the tools we've explored up to now. Anyway, we're going to be sending you into groups.
I gotta go to the bathroom and set this up.
Okay. And Lourdes is going to try to get into a group from her own computer. And I hope it's
Gonna go log on. Are you gonna stay here and then she's gonna log on? Should I wait for her to?
No, I think she'll just go into a group automatically, because remember when Adela got kicked off and she ended up in a group automatically? I've got pretty good battery, so I don't know if I'm afraid I'm going to kick us all off the Zoom if I try and close it down. So that wouldn't be good.
Okay, I'm gonna pause recording and then I'm gonna set up the group. So you should get an invite to get into a group.
Steal.
Well, you notice my curtains, they leave the stars, right?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, oh, it's so great to have everyone back. So let's see now, group one. And I'm going to mute myself while you talk, because you weren't in group one, were you?
I don't know what group
I
I
hope
was
not,
in.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
Lourdes is heater is on and it growls and it gurgles and it makes
For
all
3
this
minutes.
noise for 3 minutes, so I'm gonna mute us.
Yes, we had a lot of technical difficulties in terms of feedback. There was a lot of feedback from me and also Adrian and Norman. And Penny was muted a lot. So I don't know, that was a technical thing that she figured out how to correct. But after that, we ended up with a lot of echoing. So I don't know what was going on. So we managed to communicate. I think a lot of us are dealing with moving between the phases quite a bit. And I guess I could say it as the embodiment of these past, present, future, and I guess reconciling the embodiment of them with our tools. Does that make sense? So when we are in the present doing the practice, when we're in the future recognizing that that's a body symptom, that it's a mind symptom, that's something that's happening, that it has a way to address it by moving back to the center. And same with the past, but it doesn't make it seemed like everybody was pretty, I guess, frustrated with our humanness, I should say. Is that am I saying that right, Adrian and Norman and Penny?
Yeah, it's finding that balance.
Yeah,
Definitely.
do you all want to talk?
No, I think you summed it up pretty perfect, and I think the only thing I'd maybe add is just that not allowing the others in our lives to try to hold us in a certain place, because sometimes that could be more difficult than ourselves. So I'll maybe just add that.
I like that too. I forgot Penny had said that about, that really resonated with me very deeply, that other people's projection of your image of being of what they know of you in the past is powerful. And to move out of that was that right, Penny?
Yes. Just kind of, not getting, I've been dealing with that lately because I've been going through a lot and connecting with family and all that kind of stuff, and kind of where you're at and how your brothers and sisters see you, and, can sometimes, put you back in that state that's so difficult to move away from, into those patterns and stuff. So just kind of doing the practice and reclaiming yourself and being in the present and, being more immune to that kind of stuff has been helpful. Thank you.
Is that it for group one? Okay, thank you. Group two.
Well, we felt like we all kind of live a lot in the past and a lot in the future. And our goal is to really be a lot more in the present. And that when we put ourselves sometimes in the future, we can cause more issues worrying about what might happen in the future, that our body feels like we're really there. And so it can cause more stress in the body than we really need to have. But the ways we figured to get back into the present is to really breathe into the hara. And there's another one where you breathe in to the count of 3 or 4, and then you breathe out twice as much. So that would be 6 or 8. And you just center yourself. And when you center yourself, then that brings you right back into the present. I have mantras that I say. Doing a Reiki, self-treatment is a way to bring you back into the future. And then just feeling a lot of who you are, knowing that you really are powerful and good and strong, and that you can do what you need to do. So that's kind of what we discussed. You guys have anything else you want to say? we're good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Group 3.
Well, if I may, okay with you, Lourdes and Barb. Well, we had a really lovely discussion around this, and we all talked about the various stages in our life, how at some point in our life we lived in the past, and how through our work we have learned to be a little more balanced, still looking for balance more, but you know, it's better now being in that presence of gratitude. And then, you know, we spent a little time talking about maybe some of the worry, anxiety, thinking about the future and about the state of our life in this world right now. And then Lourdes shared a really beautiful image and that I really appreciated. I think Barb did too. You know, it was just beautiful when she talked about that, you know, for her, the way that she thinks about that when she worries and gets anxious about thinking about the future and what we are leaving behind, you know, to our younger generations, that she thinks that, you know, the way she sort of resolves that anxiety is by thinking, I will become an elder, and, you know, when I pass, those who need me will call upon me as their ancestors, and then I'll be there to help them. And I really just loved that image, you know, and I thought, oh, you know, that really, for me, also just created that sense of anxiety, because you know, I talked a lot about that, to just even come down to, yes, you know, right now, this is what I can do, but once I pass, I will be an ancestor as well. And I will be called upon, I hope, and be able to give that guidance. So that was beautiful. And thank you, Lourdes, for sharing that with us. And then the other was, you know, when we think about these 3 circles, this is like how we think of them as we're juggling. And depending on what moment it is that we are in our life or in that present moment, you know, we'll catch the one that feels that we are more present with at that point, and we'll work with it. But, you know, always the goal being that to be in that middle, to have more balance and to be more present. So it was a lovely discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Wow, thank you.
And I don't know if either one of you wanted to add any more. Sorry.
Oh, perfect.
She's very good. She's good.
You're good.
You're good.
Double with.
Group 4.
Okay, I'll go. Yeah, we had a really beautiful discussion, and I think an acknowledgement of the journey of like what it takes to become aware of where we are. And, you know, I think all of us have, you know, all of us shared that we have struggled with, you know, living in the past or being too worried and too anxious. But that the practices that we do give us a sense of awareness. So we're able to see what's happening and then take a pause and then lean into the practices. So, you know, one of the ladies shared that she's working in a really toxic work environment. And so it's very difficult to take on all of that energy and those emotions, and feeling very drained, and finding it difficult to like shake that off and then do the practices daily. And so that can cause some depression and some anxiety around the work. And so we talked about like, what does it mean to be able to move through spaces like that, protecting our energy, setting some boundaries, taking care of ourselves, and how important that is. And then, you know, we shared the importance of like being in our bodies and how much that helps to get us out of depression or anxiety. So whether it's, you know, doing the breath work or Reiki or another practice, moving the body. Like I know for myself, that's like a necessary thing to do pretty much every day. I got to move my body some way. And Karen shared that. So I think, yeah, just talking, I think the biggest thing that stuck out for me was that we're all in a place of awareness, of knowing what's happening, and are able to take the pause, and able to see things for what they are, and then make choices. Like we can make choices on how we're going to react to things, to move us out of one state or another, and to move us into more balance. So that's what I have. And Maria or Karen, if you want to share or add anything.
Oh, thank you. You did great.
Good. All right. Oh, gosh. Well, thanks everyone for your beautiful sharing and the deep conversations you had. And we're all hopping along together, trying to figure this out. Anyway, so Paula,
I invite everybody to go within, to space of connection, to space of light, to space of unity, to space of interconnectedness. And from that space, open up to receive the blessings of the universe that the universe had in store for us. As when we were breathing in the first meditation, and we allow the white light, soft white light to come in and cleanse our heart. Now we didn't have to do anything, no effort. So now the only thing we need to do is open up to receive whatever we need at this moment in time. when you get to a comfortable point, can bring your awareness back to your body. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So I've got to read something from our bunniness and I lost my page. So I'm just gonna.
I want to get back.
I know, right? So we've got our bunny Buddhism to close. So, let's see. It says, may the bunny who does well repeat his well-doing, and may the bunny who is lost rediscover his bunny nature. The grass will grow in the spring, whether or not I am there to munch it. So that's about.
Your moment of Zen.
I know, right? From bunny wisdom. I cannot seek bunniness outside myself because I myself am bunniness. So there you go. The wise bunny knows there is no tomorrow, only a string of todays. Spoken like a true bunny. So we will send you, we'll send you out. I think let me see. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, we have one article to send out to you, and you can just continue to read how to do Zazen, and then just practice the 3 diamonds self-treatment as a meditation. Last week we talked about how to turn your self-treatment into a meditation. So you can try and practice this particular one as a self-meditation. It's really great when you don't have a whole lot of time. And you want to give yourself a beautiful treatment. When you're treating the 3 diamonds in 15 minutes, it's a beautiful way to start the day. So just anyway, have a
No
great week.
excuses now.
Have a great week,
I
everyone.
don't have an hour to give me a treatment. 15 minutes. Now you have a 15-minute treatment.
Yeah. Anyway, have a
Good
great week.
night.
We were
Thank
Googling
you.
how to buy bunny Buddhism.
Oh, there you go.
If any of you are here in New York next Thursday, you could come crash with me.
There you go.
And
And she will make you the most wonderful soup.
It does.
It's so delicious. Oh my God. Oh, so good. Anyway, love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh.